When physicists delved into the fundamental nature of matter, they encountered a perplexing phenomenon: particles that exist in a state of potentiality until observed. This concept, often referred to as superposition in quantum mechanics, reveals a profound truth about the nature of reality. Instead of a fixed and predetermined state, particles exist in multiple possible states simultaneously. It's not until an observation is made that these possibilities collapse into a single outcome. In everyday terms, this means that reality is filled with countless potential outcomes, existing concurrently until a choice is made or an observation occurs. This principle extends beyond the realm of subatomic particles. It applies to our entire experience of reality. The act of observation or intentionality plays a crucial role in determining which potential reality manifests. This idea ties into the observer effect in quantum physics, where the act of observing fundamentally alters the observed phenomenon. This isn't mere magic or metaphysics, it's about understanding that our attention and consciousness influence the unfolding of events. Just as a particle's state is determined by observation, our focus and intention shape our experiences, from our relationships and health to our financial situations. Imagine reality as a vast field of possibilities, with each possibility existing until it is brought into focus by our awareness. This is akin to how we navigate life, where we can simultaneously embody various potentials: courageous, fearful, open, closed, but it's our sustained attention that actualizes one version over others. The rest remain as potentialities, existing as shadows until we choose to bring them into the light of conscious experience. In essence, the observer's law in quantum mechanics underscores that our reality is not fixed but responsive to our awareness and intention. It invites us to recognize our role as focal points of probabilities, where what we observe, expect, and focus on becomes our lived reality. This understanding encourages us to explore how we shape our reality not merely from the outside, but profoundly from within our consciousness. Quantum shifts in life. Quantum tunneling is a phenomenon in physics where a system transitions from one state to another by bypassing an obstacle that, according to classical logic, should be impenetrable. A particle doesn't break through an energy barrier by force, it simply appears on the other side through the strange, probabilistic rules of quantum mechanics. This isn't just a concept confined to subatomic particles, it's also a profound metaphor for life. Often, we try to overcome challenges by sheer effort, pushing, struggling, defending, proving. But sometimes, the real shift doesn't come from fighting the obstacle. It comes from an inner change. You don't defeat the problem, you transcend it. You find yourself in a new internal state, a new layer of reality, where the problem no longer holds any power. Take a simple, human example: perhaps you've spent years trying to be accepted, to have your worth recognized. You argue, you set boundaries, you demand respect. Then, one day, you let go. You stop needing the validation. And suddenly, the struggle evaporates. The situation hasn't been solved in the traditional sense, you've simply stepped out of it. Like a wave going out of phase, your reality has shifted. Quantum entanglement offers another striking metaphor. In physics, entangled particles remain mysteriously connected no matter how far apart they are. A change in one instantaneously affects the other. Similarly, in life, some connections defy space and logic. Two people, two events, two moments, entangled beyond explanation, mirroring changes across unseen distances. Quantum theory isn't just a window into the mysteries of the universe, it's a mirror reflecting the hidden mechanics of our own transformations. It was never about money. You may have never thought about it this way, but everything you feel about money is not about money. It's about you. When you think, I'm missing something, it's not about your finances, it's about your fear. When you say, I need to work more, it's not about ambition, it's about anxiety. Money isn't the goal. It's the mirror. You can read all the books, make all the plans, write all the budgets. But if deep inside you hear, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I can't, reality listens. And it responds in kind. You were never bad with money. You were simply raised in worry, by parents who feared lack, by teachers who taught obedience over trust. In a world that whispered, money is hard. It's dirty. It's not for you. But that belief? That's not yours. It's a virus. A broken code. And once I saw that, once I saw how squeezed I'd become, how distorted my energy was, only then did money start to flow. Because again, money isn't a goal. It's a reflection. When I thought, I don't have enough, it wasn't about numbers, it was about fear. When I said, I need to hustle, it wasn't about purpose, it was anxiety in disguise. I could plan endlessly, write down goals, study strategies. But none of it mattered if, at my core, I felt unworthy. If fear was woven into my being, the world simply echoed that. Now I know, I wasn't bad with money. I was wired for survival, programmed by worry, conditioned by fear, taught to obey. Trained to believe that money was difficult, dangerous, and not mine. But now, I can hear the truth. This fear, this code, it's not mine. It's a virus, and I'm choosing to heal. The point was never to strive or become someone else. It was to sound like myself, clearly, honestly, without distortion. I don't need to force abundance. I just need to be, without tension, without anxiety. This is the key. Because reality doesn't respond to effort. It responds to purity. And purity isn't numbers. It's how you breathe. How you walk. What you feel when you look at the sea. Sometimes I thought I just needed to try harder. That I was missing something. But the truth was simpler, I wasn't on the right frequency. I was in control mode. Tense. Trying to hold it all together. But that inner alarm? That's what shaped my reality. In that state, money doesn't flow, it compensates. It doesn't nourish, it reacts. And even when it comes, it's never enough. Because you're still tuned into lack. Still believing that if you let go, it'll all fall apart. But now I see, it's never been about money. It's about your state. Let go of control and breath returns. Clarity follows. You hear yourself again. You stop thinking in terms of deserving. You simply begin to sound like abundance. Not as expectation, but as presence. Not as effort, but as ease. This is the shift. Not logical, but energetic. Not effortful, but aligned. When fear fades, trust flows. And with trust, movement returns.